Hey everybody, today's April 21st, and today we're going to talk about the price of Dogecoin. We're going to talk about why Dogecoin did not pump on 420 or Doge Day. We're also going to talk about where I think Dogecoin is headed over the next couple of days to weeks. Before we begin, please read the disclaimer. You can pause this video as you read it. Okay, so obviously Dogecoin has had an incredible run over this year. We're up a lot. We're up since the beginning of this year. Over 7,000%, which easily makes Dogecoin the best, if not the best performing asset of this year. And the question is, everybody was expecting Dogecoin to pump on International Doge Day, which was 420, right? But the price didn't pump. The price actually plunged at one point down 30%, and we closed down 22% yesterday, which was 420 Day or Doge Day. So the question is, why did that happen? In a previous video, I talked about how there's a risk that Dogecoin could actually be a sell the news event on 420, right? It could be priced in that people are expecting a huge run up on 420 Day. And that was one of the risks I talked about near the end of my video on Monday, the day before Doge Day. I talked about how be careful using leverage, because if everybody's expecting this thing to come up, then the smart money obviously is there's going to be a higher chance they're going to take the opposite side of the trade, which is the bet that the market is going to go down. So, and that's exactly what happened. We saw a strong push up on Monday, but on Tuesday, smart money came down and just took the market out, and people who were leveraged long got just basically wiped out, right? And Dogecoin right now is still doing very well relative to other cryptocurrency. It's still in the top 10, right? On Monday, it was up number 5, but now it dropped 2 places down to number 7, which is still good, right? But definitely not pumping as high as people expected Dogecoin to pump. Like, people thought that Dogecoin would go up to like 69 cents or even $1, right? But I talked about how the probability, the likelihood of Dogecoin going a lot higher is a lot lower than it just going sideways, right? And I talked about how, for me personally, I do think Dogecoin will touch these short-term moving averages again, because I also talked about the pattern that Dogecoin likes to go when it goes up, when it's in a bull run, right? It likes to go up in this staircase pattern where it has this impulse move up, then it consolidates for a while, and then we have another impulse move up, and then it consolidates for a while. But every time it consolidates, it eventually touches the 50-day simple moving average, which is this silver line and this silver line, right? So if we look at the past, right, and the past doesn't necessarily have to repeat, but the past usually does rhyme, right? There's that saying that goes that way. And what does that mean? It means that the probability of Dogecoin coming down and touching this line like it did in the past is probably a lot higher than it just going straight up again, right? And we already had like a 100% move up over the last few days, right? Few days, just let that sink in, right? So to expect this thing going a lot higher again, I think people are just getting too greedy, right? I talked about in a previous video that when easy money comes, you have to be careful, because that's where the sharks come in. That's where the smart money comes in, and they're ready to like take the opposite trade, right? So for me personally, that's the reason why Dogecoin didn't pump on 420. Was that it was expectations of a huge rise was already priced in at that point, and smart money came in and took advantage of the naivety of new buyers and basically just dumped on them. And a lot of them were scared and they liquidated their positions, and some people who were leveraged long got wiped out as well. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because we want to see pullbacks and corrections and a healthy uptrend, right? And I have no doubt in my mind that I've said this many times in previous videos, I do believe Dogecoin will eventually hit $1. It's just not going to happen overnight, right? It's going to take some time. It's going to consolidate, move sideways before pushing up higher, right? So what's next? What do I think is next for Dogecoin? I said in the previous video, I expect the short-term moving average to continue higher, and I want to see Dogecoin consolidate, right? Shake out the weak hands and take some more supply off the market. Eventually, we'll touch this moving average like we did back here and over here. We're going to touch this short-term moving average, the silver line, the 50-day simple moving average, and I think that could be a good time to buy. Or at least that's my own opinion, right? Again, this channel is entertainment. I don't give financial advice. It's not financial advice, but I think that if we look at the historical technical patterns, that just seems like the most logical point that at least for me personally, I would buy if I were to buy Dogecoin. But yes, another possible, so that's Dogecoin basically. That's where I think Dogecoin is headed over the next couple of weeks. Now, of course, there is one more possible catalyst, which is tomorrow. And what's happening tomorrow is that Elon Musk is going to launch, SpaceX is going to launch another rocket into space. And people have been speculating that Elon Musk might say something regarding Dogecoin because he made that April Fool's joke about Dogecoin is literally we're going to literally put Dogecoin on the moon or something. So people are like, oh, they're going to put Dogecoin, like, are they going to put Dogecoin on a rocket, maybe like on a hard drive or something? But nobody knows for sure. And also another reason why Dogecoin failed to pump yesterday was that Elon Musk did not mention Dogecoin at all. See, all he did was mention the upcoming launch, but he didn't do any of his usual Dogecoin jokes. And a large reason why Dogecoin has been pumping recently is that Elon Musk has been tweeting about it, right? See, Elon Musk talked about, he made this post, Doge barking at the moon. This was April 14th. What happened on April 14th? Here, April 14th, we had a huge pump all the way, April 14th, huge pump all the way up to over 300% pump, right? So, and Elon Musk has been helping Dogecoin pump in the past as well, right? Right here, Elon Musk, every time it pumps, it's basically Elon Musk mentioning Dogecoin. And there was a hope that Elon Musk would accept Dogecoin as like a payment for Tesla. He ended up accepting Bitcoin instead and buying Bitcoin, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin to keep it on its reserve. And that's what helped Bitcoin pump back in February. So this huge pump was Elon Musk basically saying that they're now accepting Bitcoin as payment for buying Tesla cars, but he hasn't accepted Dogecoin or anything. But I think people are still hopeful and speculating that he might eventually accept Dogecoin, and so I think that's part of the reason why it pumps so much every time Elon Musk either jokes about Dogecoin or mentions Dogecoin. But I think people are hoping that he'll eventually say something serious regarding Dogecoin, as sort of maybe either he buys Dogecoin and keeps it on the reserve balance sheet like Bitcoin, or they actually accept Dogecoin as payment. Now, I don't know if any of that's going to happen, and I'm not betting on it or anything like that, but it'll be interesting to follow, right? I've said that in the past videos that Dogecoin is a fun cryptocurrency to follow. It's not meant to be taken seriously, but it's interesting because right now it's outperforming most cryptocurrency, at least in the last few days. So it'll be interesting to see Dogecoin going forward. Of course, tomorrow is the SpaceX launch, and I'll definitely update you guys on Friday regarding to whether that is going to affect the price, whether Elon Musk is going to mention Dogecoin at all, or whether he's going to ignore it. Because if Elon Musk doesn't mention anything regarding Dogecoin tomorrow, I do think that it might not necessarily crash Dogecoin, because we might end up just going sideways for a while, but I don't think that's going to give much of a positive catalyst. I don't think we're going to pump higher anytime soon, at least in the short term, right? So that's just Dogecoin. I'll definitely update you guys again on Friday and see what happens to the price and how it reacts to the launch. But for now, I am expecting Dogecoin to consolidate for a while and for it to eventually touch this moving average. And at that point, we can decide whether or not that's a good opportunity to buy or not. And we'll definitely discuss the fundamental as well as the technicals as the price action develops going into the future. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, helpful, informative, please like this video, leave a comment below, and of course subscribe for updates. Thanks again, I appreciate your support. Have a great day.